This is Kumar Singh from Designed Analytics LLC, and you are watching the very first episode of Tuesday Trivia. Well, the term trivia here will be used in a different context than what it actually means in the English language, right? So, trivia generally would refer to questions like which is the longest bridge in the world, for example, right? But in this case, trivia refers to, or we will be using it in the context of a commonly asked question or a question that may be on top of your mind when it comes to the field of technology, AI, machine learning, etc. Right? So that's going to be the aim or objective of this series. Every Tuesday there will be an episode of Tuesday Trivia where we will pick up one question that I have encountered often in online forums and in person from people, and then we will try to answer it as shortly and concisely as possible. So what's today's question? Today's question is, in order to build an AI agent, right? There's a lot of buzz around AI agent. I'm not going to get into explaining what an AI agent is. I will assume that most of the viewers here are kind of familiar with that, right? So the question today is, can we build AI agents without having technical knowledge or coding skills, like deep technical knowledge or coding skills? So that's the question. Let's get into the answer. Well, why actually talk when I can show and tell, right? So this, what you see here, is an interface of one of the several tools out there that allow you to build your own AI agents without writing a single piece of code. If that gets you excited, if your technical knowledge is not up to the mark and it's getting you excited, hold on to your horses for now, right? Let's first look at this tool, right? So I created this project. I wouldn't call it a project. It's more like a demo, right? Because there is no use case that I have built here. So this Tuesday tutorial is a demo. Let's get into that. So what you see here is basically few widgets, right? Now, if you have used any self-service tool that allows you to create workflows for data management or analytics like Alteryx, this will look very much familiar because this is following the same exact principle. Now, in this specific example, what you see here is that the widget is for a AI chatbot, right? So there are different options of widgets available depending on which of the tools that you are using. I have masked the name of the tool because I really don't want to promote any tool unless I have used a tool extensively in like real world scenario. So that's the reason. But there are several tools out there with a more expansive library, including this tool, where you can develop an AI agent around chatbots, your emails, your text reading, and leveraging text documents, different plethora of use cases, right? So here you have that widget, which is the interaction widget, then the AI agent bucket, right? So just below that bucket, you see the interface to the model. In this case, it's OpenAI, right? So here you would configure the API call and like basically put in your credentials, things like that. Then comes the actual playground, which is the AI agent. Again, as you can see here, it provides you a plethora of options. So on the right hand side, you see the plus sign that kind of allows you to integrate different aspects, right, into your AI agent. Again, we are not going to get into the whole technical details of that, but let's look at the couple of examples shown here, like tools, right? So there are, as you can see, there is a memory option and a tool option, right? So in the memory option, you have basically, if you want the agent to remember things, you provide your choice of memory here, right? So these are the options that are available in this tool. Then you have the tools, right? So what are the tools other than the model, right, that your AI agent will be kind of tapping into? And as you can see, there's an extensive option of tools here, right? And the thing is, if you take a pause here, right, just with these widgets, right, 3 or 4 widgets, or if we add like 6 widgets, I guess in total, with just 6 widgets, you can actually create very powerful AI agents to do some really cool stuff, right? But that was not the question. The question was, Can it be done without technical knowledge? Which at this point may seem yes, but here is the catch. You do need some level of decent level of technical knowledge. And the reason behind that is, see, before these tools even came into the market, right, the self-service AI agent, before even the term AI agent started getting floated around, I've always said that these tools will eventually become self-service. So the real crux is in trying to understand how you can leverage them across your organization, right? Now, even to build this, right, you need to understand, okay, what are some of the tools that I use. So you start with the vision of a solution, right? What are you trying to build? In this case, a chatbot, but say you are trying to build basically an AI agent that kind of manages the repository of supplier documents for a specific supplier, right? Just as an example, right? So you would have certain aspects in mind where you want your data to be. Like, obviously there would be requirements related to data storage, what kind of tools that you need to tap into. For that you need to understand what tools will do what, right? So some level of basic technical knowledge is actually necessary, and that is what I call AI literacy. That is kind of critical for organizations as they think about AI agents, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. For large enterprises, there may be that many AI agents out there. It's critical that employees have a certain level of AI literacy so that they can leverage these very powerful tools. Well, that brings us to the end of the very first episode of Tuesday Trivia. I hope you found it useful. I'll be back actually later this week, but next week as well with another episode of Tuesday Trivia. Thanks for watching.